everyone, my name is Lauren and today I am checking out 10 cozy video game demos. So you don't have to, but they're free demos so you can still play them if you want to. This video title is a little bit buzzwordy, a little bit like, ooh, let's see how the algorithm feels about it. Especially with me using the word cozy. If you watch my streams in any capacity, you know I have an interesting relationship with games that describe themselves as cozy, and I have a tumultuous relationship with describing a game as cozy. But some of these games do describe themselves as cozy, so I'm not totally being clickbaity, okay? I'm gonna talk about these 10 demos now. I am just gonna talk about them in the order that I played them, so there really is no rhyme or reason. Actually, the rhyme or reason is I'm playing them in the reverse order I downloaded them in, which there was really no rhyme or reason to the order I downloaded them in, but we're doing the reverse of that. But yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to the order I'm talking about the games in. Also, I have Steam pages for all the demos I talked about in the description. Pocket Oasis, a beautiful hand-painted, cozy gardening simulator where you can plant seeds and relax as your plants bloom and grow, discover new cities, and decorate your own little pocket of nature. The gameplay for this, it's very focused on planting your fruits and decorating your balcony, and I do enjoy the sense of progression with unlocking different decorations and unlocking different plants and spending the fruit that you grow to get new plants and decorations. If you like more casual planting games and really enjoy the decorating aspects of things, this may be a good game to look into. I do like the day-night cycle, and I do like that you can move the plants to if a plant needs to be in the sun more, you can kind of follow the sun as it goes, and same with if a plant needs more shade, you can kind of follow the shade for the plant. That's kind of fun to me, I don't know. Also, maybe I did something wrong in my own gameplay, but I don't think it has a grid system for placing the decorations or the plants. So if you are a stickler for everything being on grids, just something to keep in mind. I don't know if this game offers one based on my experience with the game. I did unfortunately have quite a few issues with the demo, and I feel like they definitely won't be present in the main game, but it was a bit glitchy, and I don't think I played the demo for as long as I could have had I not just had so many issues and glitches happen to me over the course of my time with the demo. I also wish the tutorial were a little bit clearer for myself. It is a gardening game, so a lot of the stuff is very self-explanatory, the water meter means that it needs more water. But there was one bar I had that was just in the red, and I couldn't do anything about it. And I still am not really sure what that bar is for. I feel like it's for temperature, but I was looking around, and as far as I could tell, there was nothing for me to change the temperature. So that was a little bit I don't know what to do about this bar in the red here. Pocket Oasis is set to release on May 8th of this year for Nintendo Switch and on Steam. Echoes of Plum Grove. Build a thriving community that will last generations in this cozy farming simulator. Farm, socialize, make friends, cook, craft, forage, and uncover the secrets of the island. I feel like this game has so much to offer. I was very pleasantly surprised to see a freestyle character customization, because I just like knowing what options are at my disposal for later in the game. Even if all that stuff I do not have right away, I like knowing what I have to work towards. So it was nice to be able to see all the different looks I can serve. I did have to be a little bit fugly at the start of the game, but it's okay. Humble beginnings for little Lauren Strode. I do enjoy, this is a very specifically me thing, but I do like that the outfits in the beginning kind of reflect oh, just landing somewhere fresh and new, versus the outfits that you get later that are more elaborate and fancy looking. Echoes of the Plum Grove kind of reminds me a bit of Don't Starve Together in certain aspects. Obviously they are very different games, but there was the way the gathering system worked, and I don't know, it was just kind of maybe if you like Don't Starve Together, you would enjoy a lot of the aspects of this game. Obviously I don't think you're exactly struggling to survive in the same way. You do have shelter and stuff and an immediate garden to plant things. But I don't know, some of this stuff just seemed very similar vibes to me. Like, it does also just check off a lot of life sim boxes. There's farming, building relationships, crafting, fishing, etc. I don't think it necessarily like reinvents the wheel for anything in the life sim genre, but like it doesn't have to, you know? It does seem cute, and I feel like it has enough to offer to be enjoyable while not like doing anything groundbreaking, you know? Like I feel like the things it does pretty well, you know? Also, I will say there was an option to insult people while you were talking to them. And I don't know the long-term impact it has, but the characters just kind of get mad at you. And based on me doing it in the demo, other characters get mad at you too, I think, in response to like if you beef with one character, word gets around and a lot of other people will beef with you. So that's kind of fun. There's a lot of drama that could offer. I don't know. Fun to narrative craft, you know? Also, bald check, you can be bald in this. Also, a very minor story thing for this game, they do explain how you just end up in this new town that you've never been to before without knowing anybody. They do explain that, so it's not just like you just suddenly wake up one day in this town with all these people you don't know. So they do explain how you got there, which is nice. Also, I didn't experience it in my playthrough of the demo, and I don't know if the demo goes that long, but I am very intrigued by like having multiple generations that I assume you could play as, like in your family. I think that's fun and nice. Also, this is a me issue, but I think every game that has characters that can give you quests or that you have to turn quests into, I think they should have their location on the map. That's a me problem. I know a lot of games, if they do have a modding community, someone will make a mod for it, but it is something I do just enjoy for the game just have in the base game. But it's a me problem. Echoes of the Plum Grove is set to release in April of this year on Steam. Spilled. Clean up ocean waste in this relaxing and satisfying cozy game. Recycle, earn coins, upgrade your boat, repeat. Explore and clean up new areas with more waste and new challenges. So the person who made this game lives on a boat? I'm sure very impactful to the creation of the game, and I'm sure also inspired them to make the game. Very cool. Just wanted to note that. That's so fun. I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun in this demo. This is a game I did complete the demo for, and I was so sad I could not immediately just play more. The gameplay, you're just sucking up oil and saving some wildlife while you do it, and then you turn your oil in and get some coins, and then you can upgrade your ship so you can go faster, have a larger like thing to grab bottles, or maybe it's like a larger sucking tube. And the third upgrade you can get is to hold more oil, so you don't have to like go back to turn in your oil as much. That's the game. You just suck up oil and save wildlife, but it is so fun. Oh my goodness. I also love the way the game looks. It is so pretty. I do just have a bias towards pixel art and ocean creatures. So maybe this game just had a lot going for it. Or not ocean creatures, sea life, I should say. I don't really know what body of water we're in. We are in an ocean. It says clean up an ocean. So good. So good. I don't really have that much more to say about it, except I just had a lot of fun. There's also not a lot to say about it. You're just sucking up oil, but y'all, don't listen to the title of my video, play the demo. It's really good. There is no set release date yet for Spilled, but it will release on Steam. Magical Delicacy. A wholesome pixel art platformer. Cook magical delicacies from a vast collection of ingredients in your own shop. Explore an unfamiliar town and deliver tasty treats to the townsfolk. Learn new ways to traverse, discover secrets, and experience a unique witchy world. Immediately upon launching the game, it prompts you asking if you want to go see the accessibility settings right away, and there were a lot of accessibility settings, so I just think it's really nice the game had such a large amount of settings to make the experience enjoyable for as many people as possible. The art, oh, the art in this game! We just talked about Spilled where I love the pixel art. Clearly I like the pixel art in this. It is so good. Oh my goodness. I didn't get to spend too much time with the cast of characters, but they did all seem like they had a lot of personality, and I can't wait to know them all more in the actual full release of the game. And the progression of the game is based on cooking meals or treats, delicacies, for the townspeople in order to unlock various things and get items to progress the game further. And to make some money, honey, you have to gather or grow your own ingredients and make everyone fall in love with your magical delicacies. And that's the point of the game. The platforming aspects of this game are very intriguing to me. I don't know if I would say the platforming has added anything to my gaming experience. I don't think it took away either, but I don't know. I also didn't finish the demo, so I don't know if like platforming comes more into play later. But based on my time with the demo, it was very like, I could have taken it or leaving it, you know? If you do have any trouble with any of the platforming elements though, again, there are accessibility settings to make it more enjoyable and fun for you. Also, your character is a witch, and I love witches, so there's that. That was definitely a big drawing factor to me being like, ooh, I want to try this demo. You got to be a little witch. So if you enjoy witchy media, here you go, you get to be a witch. Magical Delicacy is set to release sometime this year for Steam and Xbox consoles. Mika and the Witch's Mountain. This is a fantasy adventure about an aspiring witch who delivers packages to the townspeople of a small island. Explore every cranny and soar through the sky with your magical broom. So I'm gonna be honest, I did just see the name and picture for this game and decided I would try the demo for it. I saw the title was sold, but I did really enjoy it. I was very pleasantly surprised to find out it was just like a cute little game delivering packages to people. I thought it would be a bit more like platformy. Like, I don't know what I thought it would be like, but you just deliver packages to people. The game also has adorable animated little cutscenes, and I love the town, at least the first town area. You like start off on a beach. I love the town, and I love all the characters. The characters are all all of them have personality. Like, even just by looking at them, you're like, ooh, you are a character. You know, like the art has so much personality behind it. That's the way I'm trying to phrase that. The game, it really does feel like you are just playing a game version of Kiki's Delivery Service, and that is not a complaint. That is not a critique. That is very much like, oh, ooh, very good. I do love that. I love the film Kiki's Delivery Service, and it made me want to be a little witch delivering things, and now I get to be a little witch delivering things. There's also a froggy chair for those that celebrate the froggy chair's existence. There you go. I also did finish this demo, and I enjoyed it a lot. I do also want to note that the game does make you play with a controller, so do without what you will. If you're strictly like, I can only do keyboard, you do have to use a controller for this game. Mika and the Witch's Mountain is set to release sometime this year on all current gen platforms. Rusty's Retirement. Plant crops, produce biofuel, and automate. A relaxing idle farming simulator that sits at the bottom of your screen while you were doing other things. While I was playing this game and making notes for this video, the first note that I wrote was, oh, I enjoy this. This is just how I enjoy playing games anyway, especially farming and idle games. This is really, really ideal if you are just limited to one monitor. I think, like, you know, if you're gaming on the go and you just have a laptop, or if you just have one screen for some reason, good game to check out. It just sits at the bottom of your screen and you can just do a bunch of other stuff in the background. Confidently, I will be purchasing the actual game because this is just, it was made for me. I really wish I had more to say about the game for how much I just really enjoyed it. It's just a cute little farm at the bottom of your screen and you don't have to invest too much energy into it, and it's just great. I love it. Like, you don't even have to water the crops. You just are like, okay, I want to purchase this, I'm gonna place it here. And Rusty just does it all for you. Oh, it's incredible. Rusty's Retirement is set to release Q1 of this year on Steam. Coffee Caravan. As a cafe manager, brew, experiment with delicious recipes, and build your dream coffee business on wheels. Serve customers, unlock new flavors, purchase appliances, and enjoy your procedurally generated road trip in this roguelite experience. I'm very familiar with games of the similar, like, roguelike, manage your own restaurant kind of genre, like Overcooked and PlateUp, and I do think this is a lot more welcoming to newcomers than those two are. Not that those two aren't welcoming, but I feel like this one is a lot more simplistic, especially at the very beginning. It does not give you too many things you have to do and eases you into that genre really well. The genre being like the roguelite cooking, restaurant running game genre, to clarify. The game's really cute. It's not present in the demo, but I was looking at some of the images for the game on Steam, and it does seem like you could upgrade your caravan to be larger, which is the thing I was the most weary of while playing the demo. In my playthrough, I was like, I'm just gonna have as many things happening as possible. And my caravan got really cramped, so I am glad that you can upgrade it to be larger in the main game. One very small critique I have of this, and it's so small and so minor, but in your character customization, which I will say, there is not that much character customization to where it is not a really big problem that this was occurring in the character customization, but the character model just constantly kept rotating while I was trying to look at all the options. And when all of the differences are like visible from the front of the person, i.e. which options had boobs and which ones did not have boobs, it was a little frustrating that they kept turning around constantly. But yeah, super minor thing. I'll just have to be really quick in finding the options with boobs in the full release, which I will be keeping my eye out for. I really did enjoy the demo, and I did fully complete the demo as well. I do also like that you can decide your route in the procedurally generated roadmap. But you can kind of strategize a bit with the route that you're taking and look ahead and kind of like plan like, okay, what is my move here? What do I need? What am I trying to prioritize in terms of what I'm trying to prioritize? Coffee Caravan is set to release in Q1 of 2024 on Steam. Little Known Galaxy. Join Space Alliance as a new captain in training and work with your crew to solve the mysteries of an ancient relic found on the Gray Planet. Little Known Galaxy is a cozy single-player RPG space adventure full of friendly characters, exploration, crafting, and farming. I wish I got to spend more time in this demo than I did. I did not make it to the end of the demo, so I did not experience everything it had to offer, but I can already just tell I'm going to enjoy the whole game when it comes out. I want to clarify, I do not think this game is just a carbon copy of Stardew Valley, but in space. But I do think it could potentially scratch a similar itch. It has a lot of similar gameplay mechanics, and I would be shocked if the developers did not use Stardew Valley as some form of inspiration for this game. Bald check, you can be bald in this game. I personally decided to make myself an alt color palette of Who's Your Mommy Velma, and very luckily, I did decide to name myself Captain Cute Patoot instead of Lauren, because there is a character named Lauren. I did not know that, but very convenient that it happened that way, because it would have been a little Ako Taco if there were two. Also, I mentioned it for Plum Grove, so I do have to mention it here. I do wish the character's current location appeared on the map just to make it a little bit easier to find people, especially with how many different floors you could travel between in this game. This game does at least have, when you look at each character's bio, it does say where that person lives and has a little picture of their house, so you are able to find at least their living quarters easier, so you kind of try and catch them when they're leaving their house or going inside their house. But I do just wish that the characters showed up on the map. But yeah, I had a really good time in the demo. Again, I did not make it too far in the demo, but I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I don't have too much to say about it, but it was very like going through the motions of, you're in a new town and you don't know anyone, introduce yourself to all the locals, here's your, not your farm, but here's like your plot, oh, there's stuff you have to clean up, oh, your tool's not upgraded enough to get rid of that. Like, you know, the vibes were there. Like, you know, like I knew what gameplay things were being set up for me without having to get to them. You know what I mean? Little Known Galaxy is coming soon to Steam. Minami Lane. Build your own street in this cozy, casual management sim. Unlock and customize buildings, manage your shops, and maximize the happiness of your villagers to complete quests and fill your street with love. So with this video in general, I would kind of tab out and take some notes while I was playing the game. I did not tab out once to take a note during this game because that's just how into the game I was. It's a very cute city builder with some strategy behind it. And everything is just so cute. Oh my god, it's adorable. The management aspect of this game is really interesting with managing the products in the shop. In the first demo mission, you're managing like a ramen shop and get to decide how many of each ingredient to put in the ramen. Like, oh, how many shrimp do I want to add? How many pieces of ham are going to go in it? And it like increases the prices and you can like manage how much of a profit you're making. And then in the second demo mission, you got to like manage a bookstore, and decide which genres of books you'll have in the shop. I also can see how, especially later in the game, there could be a little bit of strategizing with the shops as different age groups like different things from the shops. So that could be really interesting when you're trying to achieve some of the goals in the game. Like in the second mission, one of your goals was to have a larger population of young people than old people. So you can kind of like fine tune the things you had in the shop to better suit the young people's preferences. And that was very interesting, and it could add to some strategy later. I do enjoy this management aspect, but I do wish there were a better way to keep track of what works versus what doesn't work. During like the daytime segments, the villagers will like make a comment and be like, ooh, there was too much shrimp in that ramen. And that's your tell on like what you should improve before the next day and what you should kind of fix up and manage before the next day happens. I don't love that the game kind of forces you to have to play on the normal speed. There are 3 different speed settings, but in order to catch what the message says, you have to be playing on normal in order to read what the message is, because if they're like going too fast, you're gonna miss it. There's also a button that you can have to save the message, so that way you could reference it during the building and updating part. But again, if you're playing on a faster speed, you can't like really hit the button, or at least I couldn't. Maybe I did something wrong, I don't know. But I don't really like how the game gives you these options to speed up the day, but then it's like, but you're kind of forced to play on the normal speed in order to catch what the people are saying. That being said, though, I did play on the fastest speed, so that isn't a problem. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like how it's just kind of like to see what gets changed. You just have to be paying attention to like who's leaving that shop with a critique. And it would also just be nice to see the previous combos just so you have like some idea of what works and what doesn't work and be able to reference it in the changes you're making each day. Because I feel like at a point I was just like constantly adding one, removing one, shrimp and ham constantly every single day because I didn't know what I did prior, and that's on me for maybe not remembering also, but I do just wish there was something where I could access the previous couple days record of what I was doing. Despite my critiques of this though, obviously I did really enjoy the demo. Again, I did not tab out at all. I was so into it. I am just very critical of the management aspects in games. So, but it was really fun. It was really, really fun. Last thing, I forgot to write it in my notes, but I really, really loved in Minami Lane that each area had like different missions to accomplish. I'm not a fan of just like freeform city building. I really like having a list of things to work towards, and I like that it was and I liked that they weren't just related to like, oh, have this level of have this percent of happiness, which there was one of those, but there was also like more challenging ones like complete 10 days with only 8 lots, or have a higher population of young people than old people. I thought that was really fun. Minami Lane is set to release on February 28th on Steam. Kamaeru, a Frog's Refuge. Foster a sanctuary for frogs and restore the biodiversity of the wetlands in Kamaeru, a cozy farming sim where you raise frogs by playing minigames and decorating your habitat. I saw a tweet promoting this game, and it is literally the reason I decided to make this video, and also why this is the last game I'm talking about, because it was the first demo I downloaded and we're playing in reverse demo order. But yeah, this is the game that inspired it all. This is so Neko Atsume vibes, but frogs and with more gameplay elements. You place little furniture items and see cute, fun frogs. What else do I really have to say about the game? Obviously, I do enjoy a frog now and again, so I do not mind this game at all. I really liked it. Also, looking at some of the images on Steam, there are so many froggy furniture items for the froggy chair enjoyers. There you go. Farming elements are placed on grid systems. There you go. Whoa. Me in editing. The regular furniture is not in a grid system though. Only the wetland farming stuff is. Thank you. You can also make your own hybrids with this like tic-tac-toe sort of game that I don't really know, like, I know how to play tic-tac-toe, but I was a little confused in this tic-tac-toe because I couldn't understand if the old lady was working with me or against me. I don't know, but you can, like, in theory, make your own hybrids by playing tic-tac-toe with yourself and an old lady that's maybe working in your favor. I don't know still. I did fall into a bit of a gameplay loop by going to the wetlands to get my crops and bug spawns, cooking my crops, going to the main area to sell them in my shop, and then going back to the wetlands to purchase more ponds so I can get more bugs to spawn, and repeating the process because I was like having a bug shortage. And bugs is how you tame the frogs and get the frogs like in your collection so you can have hybrids. So like I needed these bugs to spawn, and I just was not getting that many bugs. But I guess it also does add to the longevity of the game by needing to have the bugs. And frogs could come back. Like, it's not like, oh, this frog, I'll never see it again if I don't get it tamed. You will. You will see them again, and you'll be able to feed them more. So if you only have, like, some of the bugs, you can give them some of the bugs. You don't have to give them all of the bugs they need. So yeah, the frogs are not lost forever. They will come back. I am excited to see the other areas that we'll be able to go to when the main game comes out. Right now it is just like your main area and then the wetland area. And in the game they alluded to more areas you get to go to, and that's super fun. There are also some characters that we did not get to meet. We only met, I feel like we only met 2 characters. We met our like former BFF that liked collecting frogs with us, and the woman who plays tic-tac-toe with us to breed frogs. So I'm excited to see what some of the other characters do in the main game. But yeah, cute little frog collecting game. Kamaeru, A Frog's Refuge is set to release sometime this year on Steam. Well, that's it. Those are the 10 cozy demos that I've played, so you don't have to. But like, the demos are free, so you can play them if you like to. I'm not telling you not to play them. You can play the demos if you want to play the demos. Who am I to stop you from enjoying a demo? I think of the demos, Spilled was probably my favorite demo that I played today, and I'm 10 billion% going to be purchasing that like the day it comes out. It was so much fun. I love Spilled. That was definitely like that is the game I'm 100%, 100 billion thousand percent like coming out of this purchasing day one. I think outside of Spilled, I'm probably also going to be getting Minami Lane, Magical Delicacy, and Mika and the Witch's Mountain. Those and Rusty's. Those are going in the cart for sure too. Also, I am a very firm believer in that most video games, like confidently most video games, have people out there that will enjoy the games. So just because a game is not a definite purchase for me, it does not mean that it is not a definite purchase for you or someone else. We all seek out different things in games, and again, I'm just my title is a bit buzzwordy, so feel free to check out these demos and see if you want to get the main game for yourself whenever it comes out. Let me know which of these cozy games you're excited for the full release of, and if you enjoyed this video, let me know, and maybe I will talk about some other demos at a point in time. I don't know. Just let me know. But feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my content on YouTube. I also do have various other things as well. I do stream quite often on Twitch, and I have a Twitter and Instagram, and I think that's it. But I am warupeachie everywhere, and you will also find all of my links down in the description below. All right, bye everyone. Sembrooby Sabooby, and have a peachy day. Bye.